The other day I was reflecting on the content that I'm sending out and looking to support more people in understanding why and how we should do things. And the idea came to mind that sometimes when we're putting out content as professionals, we're actually speaking to the wrong people. And what I mean by that is that if I'm teaching you something, I'm sometimes worried about other professionals that understand what I'm talking about and wondering what they are considering when I'm teaching this. Are they critiquing it? Are they suggesting that I should be a little bit more complicated? And I think to myself, like, it doesn't ever need to be that complicated. I can introduce definitions, I can explain things, but in the end of the day, I think really what all you guys care about is, does it produce the results that you want? Do you understand why you're doing it, and does it come out with the outcome that you're looking for? And I think if I can meet those 2 points, I think it's a good thing to be at, a good position to be at. And so when I'm asking you to look at other people's content, I want you to critique it. I want you to realize, like, are they making it more complicated than it needs to be? Are they trying to impress other people in the fitness industry or the professionals? Are they trying to speak to other coaches, or are they trying to speak to you as an individual? I can sit here and make things more complicated to make me seem the smartest person and that you need me to help to help you. But I think that's a little bit disingenuous. And I'm going to speak to this a little bit more in the future. But as I was thinking, I wanted to put it out there. It doesn't need to be that complicated. Simple is actually going to be your friend. Your life is busy enough as it is that you don't need to make it any more challenging. You don't need to make it any more complicated. And some of these concepts, they apply to high level athletes, really clinical populations. People do maybe that this is the most of what they do, like majority of the time is fitness and working out and all that kind of stuff. But I think for the general population, if you're struggling to get 3 workouts in, it doesn't matter what the last 5%. It's about the big rocks. If you're only working out 3 times, I think it's more important to focus on getting a full body workout than making sure you do the proper reps and sets, that you're using the right angle when you're doing the exercise, and you're timing it, and you're using a stopwatch, and you're using a heart rate monitor. I think in many ways that we've overcomplicated the fitness. And I think there is a time and a place for that sort of complexity. There is a time and a place to make it that much more specific and maybe even uptight is the word, but it's not the time right away. It's not the time now. Once you've got mastered all the basics, then we can start layering on this complexity. But I think right now the complexity is a distraction. The complexity is making this more frustrating, it's making it more challenging, it's making it more complicated than it needs to be. Complexity is going to be our enemy, especially if you're having trouble to get started in the first place. So let's make it simple, let's make it effective, let's get in there and do it, and I'm going to do my best to teach it to you in a way that makes the most sense for the general population, for you and everybody else, because if I'm trying to be too technical, I'm only going to make this more challenging, just like making it an overly complex plan. And I think I would have thought about this differently 10 years ago when I was learning everything for the first time. I was excited to pass it along. I think there is some value and there's a time and a place for that sort of thing. But I think right now it's about being simple but effective. And we'll talk a little bit more about that in the future too.